striving to change the world. Coming home from the gym one night, Andrea was hit head-on by a student who was driving home. Andrea lost her life that day, but this was not a random accident. The driver was under the influence of alcohol. Now, one mistake this young man made while getting behind the wheel will affect him for the rest of his life. It will affect Andrea's friends, her family, her community, and even us here.
This is not an isolated incident.
Transportation Canada determined that over 1,074 Canadians each year lose their lives due to impaired driving.
Over 63,000 Canadians are injured every year.
Clearly, there's a greater issue here than reckless behavior. This is a systemic issue that needs to be addressed.
These accidents have cost the Canadian government over $16 billion.
There's no doubt about it. Drinking and driving affects us all. And it's time we take a stand and address the real issue.
We have to take our idea and make an impact. My name is Drew.
My name is Benhabi.
My name is Janash.
My name is Davika.
My name is Harsh. We are Spitstrips, and our vision is to promote responsible behavior when under the influence of alcohol.
Our journey begins when we had 0 impressions, an idea, but no platform to share it on. This presentation will show the progression of our company through the impressions we've made over the last 8 months.
Our idea was first conceived at Sage Ryerson's Innovation Hackathon. By winning the hackathon, we were gearing for the spot at this stage, and we're also given the opportunity to be sponsored and mentored by Macklin & Benn.
Spitstrips is a product that accurately determines the blood alcohol content of an individual in an inexpensive and efficient way.
On October 17, 2015, on the day of the hackathon, we made 1,019 impressions and were able to share our vision for the very first time.
Spitstrips is a strip with a reactive pad on one end in a resealable package with an information card. The instructions on the information card tell you how to use the strip, as well as includes disclaimers, warnings, and a color scale for the consumer to follow. The Spitstrip is no larger than a business card and can be easily stored in a wallet or pocket. The packaging is completely recyclable and environmentally friendly.
To use a Spitstrip, you take out the strip, put the reactive pad onto your tongue, and replace it into the transparent bag provided. After 2 minutes, you compare the scale on the reactive pad to the color scale that's provided in the package.
Today, we have provided you with our model proof of concept. To test the reaction for yourself, you can dip the strip into the pre-diluted solution, then wait 2 minutes to see the reaction occur.
So while you guys do that, I'll speak about the mobile application. So the team is also developing a mobile application, which makes this simple process even simpler. For starters, the mobile application allows you to buy Spitstrips from the palm of your hands. It provides step-by-step instructions on how to use the strip and times the reaction for the most accurate results. The app then asks the user to take a picture of the color scale provided with the reactive pad of the strip. It then uses the RGB values of the color scale provided and plugs them into this graph. It uses dual regression, quartic with linear adjustment to determine the accuracy of each test. It then uses the RGB values of the reactive pad in the picture and plugs it into this graph.
The corresponding value is the user's blood alcohol concentration. Using regression, this app determines the accuracy of each test. So as you saw before, the graph that we used had 100% accuracy.
For alcohol consumers who do not want to drink and drive, Spitstrips provides an accurate and user-friendly way to determine your blood alcohol content. Unlike breathalyzers, Spitstrips is portable as well as disposable and also 20 times less expensive. Unlike the breath-to-blood ratio of 0.0048 to 1, Spitstrips uses saliva, which is a 1-to-1 ratio.
In order to gauge the market, Spitstrips conducted a variety of market research, and this targeted consumers, suppliers, and average citizens. By creating an online survey, analyzing competitors, we created a foundation for our target market.
Drunk driver is very bad.
I know a lot of people that drink and drive, and it's a really big issue in our community.
It's an innovative new product that will save lives.
I really like Spitstrips. I think it's a great product. As a man who cares deeply about the people around me, a father of 2 little girls, there's nothing that matters more than keeping people off the roads when they shouldn't be there.
I love Spitstrips.
I really love this company and I think it's a great idea.
I really think Spitstrips is one of the best products that has come out.
So I'm just really thankful for Spitstrips for creating this product.
In addition to these testimonials, we also went out to bars and restaurants in downtown Toronto to speak with owners and managers to gauge the market. We determined the ideal prices for Spitstrips, and we also determined exactly where Spitstrips should be sold. We were able to understand which demographic would most benefit by our product. And we realized that trendy and student-based bars and restaurants would be most suitable to supply our product to the market.
Our encounters with these restaurants gained us 34 impressions towards the tour.
So through our online survey, we found that 40% of participants were affected by drunk driving at some point in their lives. Furthermore, 41% of participants would prefer this product to be available at a bar versus a hospital, corporate offices, and other events. Furthermore, 78% of these participants would purchase a Spitstrip at its expected price point.
We had a total of 402 participants in this survey.
Through the data collected from these media, we found that our ideal target market involves young adults who visit bars, as well as corporate venues where drinking is a socially accepted act.
Conducting research, developing a prototype, and also creating a website were three main points on our agenda. However, in order to do these tasks, we had to acquire funding. So in order to do this, our team decided to establish an Indiegogo campaign because there's no initial monetary investment required, and it also automatically optimizes search engine results for the company. So as a result, we were able to effectively engage in an Indiegogo campaign that really spread awareness not only about our company, but also about the effect that it was trying to take in society.
From our Indiegogo campaign, we made 1,393 impressions, and we also gained dedicated followers who continue to support us till date. Two specific contributors are Ramesh Nair and Radhika K. For their generous support, we'd like to thank them.
To efficiently expand our outreach, we used an application that allowed users to apply Spitstrips filter to their already existing Facebook or Twitter display picture.
For every updated profile picture, we gained an average of 500 impressions.
In just 17 days, we raised 96% of all their funds.
At the end of this campaign, we gained a total of 18,673 impressions.
The Indiegogo campaign gave Spitstrips the exposure it needed to be recognized by other companies and media outlets. After finding out about our venture through the campaign, an executive producer of the CBS television show The Doctors got in touch with us to inquire more about our business. Soon after, CKNW, a radio news talk show in Vancouver, reached out to us to share a business story on their platform to their followers. With their help, we were able to make a global impact as their article about Spitstrips created more interest from many individuals across the country. At the end of a very successful campaign, we were able to raise $561.
While we also wanted to focus on business, Spitstrips really cares about making lasting impacts on the community. We did this by establishing a school-based group called Youth Against Alcohol Abuse, or YAAB, in our school. Our first course of action was creating a community awareness board with resources and information from organizations such as Ontario Students Against Impaired Driving, Mass Canada, and Arrival Live. Our next course of action was establishing a YAAD Day, during which students would come in and engage in activities such as ring toss and trivia games to raise awareness about drinking and driving. All of this would add up to our end-of-the-year initiative, a MAD Assembly, during which students would learn from a first-hand source the negative effects of drinking and driving and what can be done to prevent it.
From our YAAD campaign, we gained 1,126 impressions from within our school.
In the span of the next 5 years, Spitstrips hopes to reach several milestones in order to maximize our growth potential. The first such milestone would be research and development. This would be to create a cheaper alternative product, as well as one that generates quicker results. And due to this, we'll be able to go to larger distributors, as well as create more revenue.
The next step for Spitstrips would be to partner up with leading brands in the pharmaceutical and alcohol retail market. So in the pharmaceutical sector, we'd hope to partner with Shoppers Drug Mart, as they are a really well-recognized firm. They have a high market share and have global brand awareness. In addition, we'd also like to partner with bars and restaurants that are introducing alcohol as a new core component of their product lineup. An example of this is Starbucks. Starbucks recently started selling alcohol at 3 prime locations in Toronto.
By doing this, we'll be able to establish ourselves as early adopters of this trend itself. So through this, we found that The next sector would probably be bars or different types of bars and grills. So some examples of this would be Jack Astor's, Moxie's, and LCBO, just to name a few. And the reason we'd like to go to these locations is because of their numerous locations, as well as their well-known brand names, and this would develop a strong foundation in the market for us.
Outsourcing is an excellent way to increase our profit by selling our inventory. By sending our product overseas, manufacturing our product overseas, we're able to reduce the price of each strip drastically. By decreasing the production costs, we're able to increase profit margins, making greater revenue per strip.
Spitstrips is currently on several social media platforms, including YouTube, our website, Reddit, Twitter, and Facebook. Although these websites are great for sharing our progress and our information, Spitstrips is not only a company, it's a movement. And so, we use our social media to tackle the issue at hand, the irresponsible use of alcohol. Throughout our journey in our campaign, we've had significant impressions collected. We expect in the near future to continue to increase at this incredible rate.
While we wish to ameliorate our business model, our main focus is, and will continue to be, spreading awareness.
We started off with an idea, but we had no stage to share it on.
After 8 months, we've shared our story with 53,874 people.
And that's something truly special.
The negative effects of drinking and driving may occur, but they don't have to.
And we want to make that future a reality.
You may not know this, but you are now part of our movement.
Join us as we expand our network and remind people to
Be responsible.
Spitstrips.